I'm live. Hey, guys. Maria Henderson here, your online business strategist. So, what am I doing live today? Today, I am going live to share a little bit about, really to talk about how willing and committed are you to doing what it takes to be successful in business? How willing are you? And one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this is because how willing are you? I can't do this. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I think a lot of people go into business with a level of, well, if I do this thing 10 times, then I get a return on it. If I post 25 times, I may get a client. Or if I go live 5 times, I'll be able to grow my leads and grow it to 25 leads, and then one of them will pay me. So there's this really, it kind of gets in the way of enjoying the journey of entrepreneurship. And what that is entitlement. And there's a level of entitlement that I think a lot of us are plagued with, because I think, in ads, we see these people successful, so-called, and, we see them putting out content and looking like they are making money, right? We don't necessarily ever know that's the truth. Even the receipts they show could be fake, to be honest, right? They could be saying they're making $500,000, $1 million, but they're only pulling in $80,000 a year, which is still nice, but you're lying if you're, you guys get what I'm saying. So the point of all of this is, how do we get in a place where we are constantly creating the thing that we need, which is content, being out there, really developing our marketing strategy, really understanding our value, really wielding our sword, so to speak, our power, our natural thing that we are really good at, and displaying it for people so that, we can convert them into clients. How often and how willing, what is the time frame for us to convert a client into something? So for me, it took me about, how long did it take for me to have a paying client? It took me about a year, 1 whole year, until I got a paying client, a client that paid me. Actually, I'm lying. I'm lying. It took me about eight months to get a paying client. At the time, I was selling these little things, and it was ad space. I was selling ad space in different platforms I had a huge following in, and I would sell space for people, brands, to market their stuff with me, and I'd sell it for like $50, $75. And, I was able to get people to pay me that, strangers online, like, oh yeah, I'll do that. That sounds great. So I was making, a couple $100 a week in the beginning. And when I was doing that, I realized I need to scale this, because I can't really live off of a couple $100 a week. How do I scale it? So when I had decided that I was going to sell high ticket coaching, that was when I started fine-tuning myself in that manner, fine-tuning myself as a coach that clients would want to work with me. And then from there, that's when I made the jump of, instead of making a couple $100 a week, I was closing 7K, 10K months after that. But how long did it take for me to be like, I'm going to be an entrepreneur online somehow, some way, and then me reaching the $1,000 marks of sales, right? How long did it take? Well, it took me about 1.5 years. 1.5 years of me like trying different things, me going into different programs, participating different things, failed launches. It took me about 1 year. and a half failed launches. Like I think I did, I would say like 2 or 3 failed launches. And that's when I stopped launching. I stopped launching and I just had to regroup and do the thing that was easy for me, which was talking to people one-on-one. It was really easy for me to talk to people one-on-one. So I did that. And that's when I started closing 4K clients. Now, it took me a year and a half to do that, to be able to get to the place of where I'm at now. And I have clients who are like 2, 3 months in to their own business, and they're like, yo, where are my clients, right? And there's a level of, for everybody, I think, even in the beginning when I was starting this whole thing, I'm like, yo, all I want to do is get some clients, and I want to get some really good paying clients, some clients that can really take care of my financial requirement to live. But it took me some time to get there. I had to learn, number one, who I was and how to articulate myself. I really needed to learn that. I needed to get comfortable with talking to people one-on-one. I need to get comfortable with that and really listen from my heart instead of my head. And then I also had to be comfortable, which is the biggest thing, is rejection. I had to get comfortable with it. I think I've talked to over 100 people just through sales calls, strategy calls, talking all over the world. And, I'm pretty much, I think every day I'm learning. However, I am kind of used to it now. I'm used to kind of not interested right now, or, hey, right now is not a good time. Any of those, like, I totally am like, hey, no problem. And one of the things about rebuttals, I think a lot of people say, hey, how are you looking to overcome rebuttals? I actually go off the energy. Like if they want me to overcome the rebuttals, right, they kind of operate from fear and they almost want me to pull them over the fence, I'll do it. But if I see that they don't even want that, and I can feel that on the call, I can feel it energetically. And that's a tool, that's a talent to be able to even feel the other person on the other line. But the point of all of this is how much are you willing to fail to get to the end result? How much are you willing to fail? And that's the conversation that I think a lot of businesses and entrepreneurs need to have. How much are you willing to fail? Because in this game, no blueprint is going to work. No one blueprint is going to work for each specific person. You almost have to create your own blueprint from other people's mistakes, from other people's things that they've done, and you've learned from them and it works for you and aligns with you and kind of almost aligns with your skills, your natural skills. Let's say you're a better copywriter than you are a talker, right? You need to have a blueprint that kind of molds to your skills. And the things that even I teach, it has to be molded according to you and your skills. And if you're not willing to make those adjustments on your own, then you're going to have to learn the hard way, which is time. You have to go through it. You have to go through the grunt work. Grunt work? Is it brunt work? One of those words. You have to go through like the dirt and the getting up after crying because you just had 20 no's and you're sick of it, right? Can someone just say yes? Give me one yes, right? So how willing are you to take that kind of, I would call brutal beating to be successful? How willing are you to stand in your higher vision, no matter how often you get knocked down? And, it's never spoken about. And if it is, it's very seldomly spoken about. I think maybe even Gary Vee talks about it more often than I think other people do. But Gary Vee just likes to cuss, I think, with his like weird raspy voice. But for me, that's really what I've learned in this process. And I always want to remind my clients, hey, it's going to take time, right? You have to really learn yourself. You have to really learn your skills, take the program and mold it to who you are. because my stuff isn't going to 1000% work for you if you're just going to take it and that's it. You have to mold yourself according to your skills, your talents, your willingness, your commitment, your faith, you're prophesizing your success. And if you're not willing to do it over and over and over again, then you're going to let defeat take over you. All right, so that's it. I just wanted to go live, and I want to send everyone here all of my love. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. And I hope you guys have a safe Thanksgiving. Please wear your masks. Bye-bye.